What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Happy to have you on here. So today we're going to be looking at how to create desktop applications. So if you are on Windows, definitely you are using the Windows operating system, which was developed by Microsoft, and Microsoft are the ones, since they created the Windows system, they are the ones who have a software or a piece of software that allows you to create Windows applications. So for example, this is a web browser and you have other applications on your computer, maybe a notepad, maybe Photoshop software, for example, and maybe even the WhatsApp desktop application. So basically, I think you know already what a desktop application. So the question now is, how do you create them? If you're a web developer, it's already easy for you to create a website, you know how it works. But now, how do you create desktop application? No, not everybody knows how that works. So to create desktop applications, for example, the standard is Visual Studio. I'm sure you've already heard about, if you're a developer, you've heard about Visual Studio Code, but this one is Visual Studio. It's another piece of software. It has a similar design to Visual Studio Code, but this is kind of the OG, this is kind of the bigger one. And so you can download Visual Studio. It comes in several versions. It is free. You have the community version, which is totally free, that you can use, and it is going to allow you to be able to code in C++, C#, and .NET and some other languages, and basically help you create desktop applications. So that's the default by Microsoft, who are the ones behind the Windows operating system. So you can go ahead and do that. But now it might be complicated for you to learn a whole other programming language like C++ and .NET, which are the languages which are used to create desktop applications. So there is an alternative that you can make use of if you want to create desktop applications, if you don't want to learn a whole new programming language. So there is an alternative you can make use of, and that alternative is called Electron. So Electron is an alternative which allows you to build cross-platform desktop applications with JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So I'm going to explain what this sentence means. So cross-platform basically means that you can create applications for Windows system, you can create applications for Mac system, you can create applications for Linux system, all with just one code base. You don't need to learn the different programming languages for these operating systems, but just with one code base, which is in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can be able to create applications that can be installed on all of these operating systems. So that's what this sentence means: build cross-platform desktop apps with JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are very easy to learn. If you're a fast learner, you can learn them in just a month or less time, and with that you can now create your desktop application. So Electron is an amazing tool, and as you can see, it is trusted by best-in-class apps. Like, so many apps out there use Electron instead of coding with Visual Studio Code, because using Visual Studio Code you have to learn a lot of new programming languages and it's just so complicated. So but with Electron you are able to build the same kind of apps, desktop apps, but with the web languages, which are much easier to use and to learn. So here, for example, all of these apps, like all of these logos that you see passing, are desktop applications which have been built with Electron. So if you have Slack on your computer, it was built with Electron. If you have the Cloud app, it was built with Electron. If you have the OpenAI desktop application, it was built with Electron. Even Visual Studio Code, ironically, which is owned by Microsoft, was also built with Electron. So that just tells you how useful Electron is. So desktop development really made easy. Electron takes care of the hard parts, so you can focus on the core of your application. So it has a native graphic user interfaces, automatic software updates, application installers, App Store distribution, crash reporting, and so you just have to make use of the following tools to do just that. So yeah, so this is an amazing library, JavaScript library, which allows you to do just that. So apps users love built with Electron. You can see already some amazing apps that users have built with Electron. For example, you can see the VS Code and some many others as well. You can explore it. So you want to head on straight to electron.js and get started. by going to the documentation. You can easily get started from there, and it is very easy. So if you already know some web languages, even if you don't know web languages, you can easily pick them up in less than a month. You can already start building some amazing desktop applications. So as you can see, world-class applications use Electron already, so it is not a small library, it's a very popular library. And if you go to the GitHub page, you can see just the number of stars it has already, over 15,000. So it already tells you that it's not as well, it's not, these are not even the likes. It has over 115,000 stars and over 15,000 forks. So it already tells you that this is not a small library. It is very popular and very much used. So you want to definitely check it out if you're trying to build some desktop application. It's very easy to get into. There's not much going on there. Very easy. So to get started, you just have to install it on your computer. The commands are all here, and you can see some amazing examples out there. The code, you just have to set up this basic code, and then you are going to set up the HTML CSS files in the right places. So definitely check it out, and if you're looking to build a desktop application, I'll definitely recommend this library. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.